So I wanted to show you what the special colors included with this SHEHDS 36 by 18 wash. So we got a dedicated white LED, and this is what their dedicated white LED looks like. It's a little on the cool side, but it does have CTO built in, so you can actually do a warmer white with it, but this is the default white, and trying to show you a little bit of it against my skin. So that's your default white. And I would show you the red, green, and blue, but they look like red, green, and blue. They're not a specialty light, so I'm not going to show you that. But I do want to show you the amber, because the amber actually looks pretty decent as well on this fixture. So you get a really nice deep amber color. These amber LEDs are great. I also like to mix red, green, and blue with amber, and also with white, because you can get some very interesting color effects by mixing amber. Amber is a really deep color hue, so you can kind of see it on my hands. So yeah, the amber's great on this. You also have UV, which they're calling purple, but it's not purple. It's ultraviolet, and these are actual ultraviolet LEDs built on, so they're actually rather deep as well. They're a very deep UV color. That's what it looks like on my hands, but these particular UV LEDs will react with fluorescent paints, for example, or white clothing, because of their spectrum. So that is the specialty lights included with this fixture. I'm going to go ahead and turn it to blue, just so we can kind of see the zoom function, because I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what this looks like when it's zooming in and out. So to zoom, we're going to go to focus. And as you can see, the front element is slowly moving forwards. So this is it all the way out, and that's it all the way in. So that's as far as it goes outwards. That's as far as it goes inwards. Now I'm going to be quiet for a second so you guys can hear the sound of the motor for the zoom. So that is the sound of the zoom motor. It's not terribly loud, but it is noticeable as well. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the angle of the beam, obviously, because that's important. So I'm just going to shine it onto my wall, which is over this way on the right, and we're going to go ahead and see the beam spread. So I have this set to amber because it is the most punctual, I wanted to say, but it has the most punch to it, so we're going to use this. Now, this is focused all the way inwards, and you can kind of see the beam spread there, and now I'm going to do all the way out. So this is all the way out. When it goes out, the beam spread shrinks. So you're going to get a less degree of a beam spread when the front element goes outwards. So this is its max for as small of a beam spread, concentrated as you can get. And then we're going to go and see how wide this will go. So it goes this wide and that narrow. Narrow beam, wide beam. Now they're saying this is 10 degrees, which I don't feel like it is. And they're also saying this is 60, which I don't feel like it is. But my fixture right now is about 5 feet from the wall. So maybe further back. I guess it depends on where you're putting it, but it does a decent job, and there's not a whole lot of spill. A lot of people were saying there's a lot of spill on this, on the sides, but my room has blue LED lights in the ceiling right now, as you can see on my hands, and there's really no spill from this fixture. It's not going to be a sharp beam because it's not a beam, it's a zoom wash, so keep your expectations with it being a beam or a wash and not a beam, because it's not a beam. It's a wash, and it's meant to spill color everywhere you want color. A lot of people like to see what the greens look like, so I'm going to show you the green on this. The green on this is obviously green, but it's got a little hint of blue in it, so it's a little on the cooler side, but it's still a decent green. And we'll go ahead and show you the red. The red's a decent red. It's pretty deep, a deep color of red. I also want to tell you guys that this is not set to its highest intensity output. This is a very bright zoom wash, so I have it set to 100 out of 255, which is its max DMX value for dimming. So I have it at 100. So it's not bright, but it's not dull at 100. And it can go all the way up to 255, which, like I said, you can't look at this thing directly, because I don't want to say you'll go blind, because you won't, but you're going to be seeing colors for a while. So right now I'm actually going through a menu on the fixture, and this menu is your CTO, which, like I said, comes on more expensive fixtures, but that is included with SHEHDS 36x18 zoom wash. So here's your CTO. Here's my hand. We're going to go through the CTO colors. So it starts off with a very rich orange, and then it starts to dim. Now we are at a color temperature, obviously, that's warmer. Not orange, but not white. Now we are at a slightly warmer, but white color. This would be a typical warm color you'd use to light a person on stage. This is a nice color. The orange wasn't. This is a neutral white, so not cool, but not warm. This is their neutral. This is what I like to call a sickly white. It's white with a little bit of a greenish blue hue to it. I think for photography, it's for fluorescence, to replicate a fluorescent light, but it's not a attractive white color, so we're gonna go ahead and see what other colors it has built in to its color option. So here's another CTO color. This one is also a sickly color. It's white with a little blue in it. It's not a cool white though. It's a very offsetting white color. This is their CTO. This almost looks like what I would call an underwater blue. It's like white with a bluish green hue to it, turquoisey looking. These CTO settings are obviously for photography or video. If you have a gig and your photographer specifies what white balance they have set to, that's what these are for. So here is another color. This is a cool white. And then we go into its LED color. So we have your red. Here is a turquoise color, but it's not showing up as that. This is a greenish blue. Got amber, UV, pinkish. This is actually magenta looking. Here's an orange. Here's a medium orange. Here's a straw color. I love straw for it's like a little bit of white mixed with orange. And yeah, here's green. It's got a bunch of weird colors to it. Here's blues. I'd go through all of them, but we'd be here all day. It does have a lot of built-in preset colors, is basically what I was trying to get at. But that is it for my colors. I just wanted to show you guys the CTOs because a lot of people enjoy fixtures with CTO options. I want to give you guys a better look at the colors of this fixture. So I do have it pointed up at a white wall. Right now we have red. So that's its red color. Here's green. And here is its blue. It's got a very nice blue color. Here's white. These are dedicated white LEDs. They're not mixed with red, green, and blue. So you're gonna get a actual white color out of this, which is great. Amber. I love the amber LEDs. They look really good on this fixture. Here is your UV. This is your ultraviolet dedicated LEDs, which look very similar to a fluorescent black light tube. So that's great. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the focus beam on this wall so you can get an idea of how it focuses. So that's its narrowest beam and that's its widest. So you can actually see it focusing on the wall. Narrowest, widest. So there is a definite difference in the angle of the beam or the beam spread. So that's good, because a lot of these zoom washes I've seen, they don't really zoom enough to notice that they're zooming. So this one actually is noticeable. And I'm going to go through the CTOs again so you can kind of see them on a white wall. So here's the deepest CTO color, or I should say the warmest. And we're going to just cycle through them all. Those are all the CTOs. Now we're on our red, and our green, and our blue. This is a turquoise color, amber, ultraviolet. This is magenta. This is kind of a peach color, or maybe a pink, rose pink maybe. It's very peach looking. And here is some yellows. And it's going into some greens. Various shades of green. And various different shades of blue. These are all the built-in color presets. So if you don't have any, this will have some. It has actually quite a few different color presets. You've got some purpley pink colors going on. Pink, magenta, deep magenta, right into a red.